Okay, hello guys, what's up? How you doing? Uh, it's your boy here, Dubex, and today let me just check if my audio is working. Because last time most of it was cut off. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me right now. Just turn the line down a bit. Yeah. So welcome to my stream, guys. Let me do this. Welcome to my stream, guys. Today we'll be looking at the forex markets, right? And please forgive the sound, guys. Like I like J Cole, so if you really like J Cole and you wanna stream as we listen to music, then yeah, don't worry, we can do that. So I don't care about copyrights. Nah, I don't really care about that. So today is Sunday, right? And we're trading the 20K account, and we currently up like 2%. So we wanna like reschedule for the whole. Let me lower down the volume. Wanna like reschedule for like the whole week, right? So wanna make sure that we see what's happening. So I'll just create a new chart. Yeah. Open for wanna look at the USD JPY pay, and also gonna look at the GBP USD pay. So I'm roughly gonna just do market speculation and see what can work this time around. So go to the weekly time frame. So this is like a top-down analysis. So this is trading view that I'm using. Right. So from a top-down analysis perspective, you can see we're this high, yeah, and then we're this low, right? Yeah, and then this range got violated, shot to the upside. Which leg caused the upside? Is definitely this leg. This the leg. So this is something I do. I consider the leg. If you really don't understand, then you should watch some of my old videos. I explain it there. But yeah, this is the important leg because this is the leg that caused the push to the upside, right? And now we have this leg in a bigger scale, and then we have this temporary leg here, which got violated. But we can use that as a point of reference. This one right here. So you can see prices like retesting that region, right? Because at first it cracked through that region and then it's coming back through. So I think we could short in that leg right there, because this is a weekly time frame. If the week opens somewhere there and then pushes to the upside, yeah, then we can short on that leg. So temporarily, I could say we could try to short on that mitigation block right there. Forgive me the terms if they're not as accurate. All I know is I understand what I'm doing, but maybe I didn't like do it to a level where I can understand. Okay, so anyway, my whole point in that is that there's clearly this candlestick right there, that bullish candlestick right there. So we wanna close in the gaps right there, because if the markets are dangling, it leaves like feet, yeah, and then when it comes back up, it intersects, connects the dots, and then sells off. So I'm hoping it will connect right there. So that's my market speculation. However, I like that we have a weak rejection. It's a bit distracting listening to music and all that, but the thing is, I could listen to music, but I can't hear myself because I sort of like a low voice projection now. So yeah, so forgive me. And play Serenade. Shout out if you like J Cole. Alright, so let's go back to the shit. Yeah, so we're saying we could potentially be selling this week. Right? Yeah, I think it's a good sell. There's a good sell right there. So maybe I'll put an alert of price right there. Hard times matters to a man. Said a man go cry. He can take. And so y'all niggas. Well, y'all niggas. Yeah, so we created an alert. We anticipating price could come there and sell off. So hopefully, maybe we might be bearish this week. Why are we bearish? Because you see this low, the market always creates equal opportunities for someone to come back in. Exhibit A, you look at this region right here, where we had this what do you call this pattern? It's called a star or harami pattern, something like that, right? But whatever, I understand what this pattern is doing. But check, you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities. So you had the first week, if you didn't see, the second week, then the third week was a confirmation. So again, we have the first week, the second is gonna come, and then we'd have the third that will push us to the upside. So at least that could count for a reversal, right? So we aren't gonna reverse immediately. Remember, it still has to like to induce price, then sell off, because there's no change in character right there. So my point is, the reason why we fed back into this region is so that we can catch this bullish order block. That's right there, that caused this move that broke to the upside. So which is why maybe we sold aggressively. So if we're gonna hold it, rather sell to this order block right here, and then see if we don't violate these lows, because these lows are still crucial for us, right? But otherwise, it seems like there is a change in character. But for me, I would consider this one push down, one push up. So I still expect price to go push up, so that we can at least try to sweep liquidity resting above these tops right here, because now we've induced enough liquidity. We've taken orders here, so it should be enough to cause to the upside. So in the end, in the short run, I'm looking for a sell. So let me say short run sell, and long run buy. At which level now? Should be buying at level around this level. Buy at level 14216, 142.176. All right. Yeah, right about that. So that's what we want to do. So then I'll just indicate here. So going long, it's like a long run thing. I'll be going long, putting my stops below that, then take profits to this part. But it's a trade that would play on like in a couple of weeks. But that's the long run trade, and the short term trade is to sell short, so that we can continue with the trend. We don't want to go against it right now till there's a clear change in character. So that's our short term trade, and it's our 1 to 1.7. But depending on where we lock in the stop loss, somewhere in there, we could lock it in right there. It can be a 1 to 5 trade that we could catch right there. Right, so that's the setup we have. So anything I'm looking for in that shorter time frame. The other thing I have to do is mark off my weekly low. So this is the weekly low. Can't complain. Man, it's happening fast. So that's the low for the week, and I'll change the color and make it thicker, because you must be able to differentiate these lines, right? Because it's very important, guys. Because if you don't, when are you gonna know how to differentiate these lines when you don't know? So let's also mark off the last week's high, which is there, and also this is the last previous week's low, which was incepted, so induced. So we did take, alright, so like from a liquidity perspective, we have taken liquidity from the previous week, and we've used that liquidity to push to the upside. Now, if we're gonna go lower, at least we should not break the previous week's high, which is this part. So you see, in that range right there, this is the previous week's high. If we're gonna go high, we should go in there, right where there's that mitigation block, and then that's where we should try to go lower than last week's target, so that we can actually hit the next week's target. So yeah, that's the whole thing, and that's the whole setup right there. So if I infuse that in my mind, and then if I can keep it in check, so maybe I can take a screenshot of this thing. So usually I don't journal my trades sometimes because I know I'm doing it like on YouTube and all that. So I'll actually just let me just do this for the sake. So um yeah, guys, please subscribe or join to my channel because you see I can't afford Microsoft. So if you guys pay like 10 rands or something, then possibly I can afford Polo Dre a designer. So let me create a new playlist for 20k. So these are 20k accounts, and I'm trading a 20k FIFOs account. Let me say 5%. Damn for you. I want me to use that thing. So 20k FIFOs. And this one we're gonna call it 20k FIFOs trades. And then now in here we're gonna say this is September, right? September trades. On fire, polio drain. Coming, I want. So then here we copy. We're gonna copy the screenshots for our trades. Okay. Slow class. Co-star. Atala Perry. Okay, so this is the first trade we've taken, and we'll keep on populating our trades like that, and then we'll move them to the side. So usually, what I could do is like deepening the time frame. All right. Okay, I'll show you like what I could do there. You could insert like a table and put like a 10 by 10 table, and then cut this thing, and then in the table, yeah, you'd put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then yeah, you could say week. You could say okay, yeah, you could say time frame, weekly time frame, and then we'll go to the daily. Hey, hey, hey. Get us married. Fictionary. Fictionary. Boy, we see you. How will you breathe? Okay, so let me just decrease the volume a bit. So that's the setup we have. And then let's go look at the GBP USD. So for GBP USD, it's the same thing. We're gonna go to the weekly time frame. And then in the weekly, we reset this chart. All right. So yeah, it looks a bit messy, but I had some things that I was looking at previously. The fact that we haven't retraced back to 50, but yeah. So yeah, this has been there for a long time, right? So all right, so can you see? Yeah, so I'll just recap what I'm seeing. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is that we've got this channel that's moving this side. So we've got a channel that's moving like that, and then possibly we could retrace back into this fair value gap. So this new week has created a fair value gap, right? That's my point. So this new week, right, it's gonna create a fair value gap because the difference between where this bearish candlestick is gonna close and this new week is gonna create a fair value gap, and we're finna buy the fair value gap if it dips lower first before it goes up. Why? Because if it dips lower into the fair value gap, it takes orders that people are thinking they're gonna sell, yet it's a buy. And why would it buy? Because it hasn't triggered buy side liquidity resting above the candlesticks that caused the fair value gap. But if it was the inverse in a situation where you have created your weekly fair value gap from that candlestick, this the bearish one, and then from there, the next week's candlestick doesn't dip below, like taking sell side liquidity below, inducing into the fair value gap. In fact, that next week candlestick actually starts there, goes higher, and sweeps out liquidity that's resting above. Now, there's not enough conviction for the market to keep pushing up because you've already taken out all the sell or the buy side liquidity, right? But if we're taking the sell side first and there's imbalance of buy side liquidity resting above, then the market has enough conviction to push to the upside. So we will look at this, but what we want to see is the market dipping below. So what I'll do is I'll just zoom in. A bit, and hopefully you guys have understood. But if you trade ICT, then you probably understand. So this is where we can possibly anticipate, right? So we've got these highs that have been broken off, and right there, those are the highs. So if the market is gonna retest the upside, possibly it could just dash below there or like induce a bit. So we would look at this fair value gap. So assuming the market is closed, yeah, we want to see the market sweep out liquidity first below here, then push to the upside, right? So this would be like a mitigation block, which I assume a mitigation block is a continuation pattern. But if I'm wrong, then correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm not so technical about the way these things are said, but I understand them and I know what they mean. But then yeah. So either way, so we want to see this next week's candle maybe start off here, sweep to this sell side, and then we can buy. So anyway, here is a nice place to buy. Now let's see in terms of congruency. How are we trying to say? If we are going long, right? Say our stop would be there, and we're going long, and then our profit target would be the reversal, which is from up here to right about down here. So we could anticipate to take a move like that, right? So if it's like that, assuming this trade plays out, it means in the GBP USD we're expecting price to be bullish. And being bullish means that we are trading against the US dollar. In fact, we are saying I forgot the proper way to say it, but it's like we're buying pound and selling USD because we don't want the USD. So we're buying pound, the stronger currency, and we're selling the weaker currency, USD. So we are buying pounds. So in fact, in GBP USD, we are buying pounds and indirectly selling dollars, right? So it means the dollar is losing value. And last time they were speaking about how they want to combat inflation and all that, but this could just be stir up some inconsistencies in the market, right? I like this song. January 28th. My birthday is on December the 10th, right? So what we're saying here is that if USD might weaken after a temporary displacement, so it means as the week opens, yeah, I can anticipate to short along with the market, which is a temporary short, but it might not hold a long time because the week is right there. So it might temporarily buy so that we can come back to an area of decency. Then we can short it and then we buy. But however, the fact that we want to buy overall means that the US dollar is losing value, and would that correlate with a temporary thing of selling off? And selling off in the USD JPY means that the US dollar is losing value, so we're actually selling USD. So yeah, I have conviction to sell USD. Why? Because I feel like this is gonna buy and this will keep on selling short, and it will keep on selling short maybe to some point, and then the USD will start gaining value. So I don't know, this might be an end reversal of the market since maybe we have swept liquidity up, but we'll see as it plays out, right? But we're still anticipating maybe the market could go and take out the regions right there. So let's go into the so let me screenshot this. So wanna buy, so here we say we wanna buy if fair value gap is retested before fair value gap is retested before market sweeps previous week's high, right? Right. That's exactly what we're saying there. So that's what's happening there, and then right. So that's what's happening there. Then we can go in back in here, go to the 4 hour. I mean the daily. One thing you do, take yourself. If you believe in God, one thing's for sure. Right now, let's look at the daily. Can you see the daily? This blue region, that's the region where we had the proper reversal. And can you see we have like highs, highs, highs here? Possibly if we just sweep them out a bit and then take us to the downside, there's no fair value gap along this whole thing. Price was properly reflected, so it could just start selling off, but it might just sweep people off and create a turtle soup right here and then sell to the downside. So I think in the daily time frame everything is in check. Can jump to the 4 hour now. Let me play you one of my favorite J. Cole songs, right? This one I started to like it recently. I've read about it like a long time, but then I think it I used to use YouTube Music, so I think I couldn't see it. But for your eyes only, no, that's a banger. I think a bang. But for the moment I was rocking with Ish. Now I can't skip this one. Ish. I can't skip this one. I can't skip. Okay, guys, I'll play it next. What's the song? It's called Is she gone? Uh, it wasn't nothing like the first time. Class, fat ass, jokes, big jokes, innocent, and niggas that are digging it. When what? Is she gonna pop? Let me add it to queue. But I'm sleeping. Sex before. I've got a question for you guys. Are you a virgin? Oh shit. Hey, like I remember there's this one day when this other guy and my brother was there, and then he was just like, young man, have you ever felt like a woman? Like, not like the kissing, but have you ever been in a woman? shit, and I was just like, shit, homie. And my brother was there, so hey, I couldn't lie that I've been. And the other thing is, yeah, it was I've never experienced this, so I couldn't lie. And if I was gonna lie, my brother was like, "What, this nigga?" And then in that moment, I just was like, I think they saw that nah, anyway, this boy's still a virgin. And then yeah, but that discussion was awfully weird, bro. Like if you haven't smashed before, nah, like you can't lie to the public. But hey, this nigga ain't a virgin no more. I never did this before, no. 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 I think I'm gonna be one of the best YouTube streamers, right? Like best YouTube forex streamers, because like I actually feel like I got a personality, especially like when I'm like in my J Cole viber, and I actually got dreads as well, like free from dreads, right? Shout out to all the Rastamans with real dreadlocks. If you got like crochet dreadlocks, okay, but I don't respect you that much. All right, so let's get back to the trade, right? So we're saying we've got a high here, so that's the high, and I really anticipate that we're not gonna go back there. So possibly what could happen is, if you can see, yeah, we've got like these legs. No, I never did this before, no. Right. So this is my first analogy, right? I don't know why it's magnetized. Yeah. Let me stop that magnetism. Right. So can you see? We've got one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch. And I think like when it comes to drawing trend lines, it just comes with experience, guys. Like you can't fake this one out, right? You can't fake this one. Like it comes with experience, so that you can see the market. Yeah, exactly. Now my numbers playing, so that you can actually see what the market's actually doing. So maybe if we're gonna push to the upside, we would wanna buy anywhere in here. I'll take it like as a buy, because like we wanna sweep liquidity. That's above. So may now I'll go along with the market. I'll just wait for it to short, and I'll go with it, and I'll put my stop just below that thing, and I'll sweep for liquidity like up here. So the liquidity that we're chasing up here, this is the liquidity, because where this thing is pointing at, it's pointing right there. This is where we want the market to respect. Either we can respect that high, or the market can come back, taking a sell just below those parts, sell to the downside, or take the fair value gap that's right there, and then take to the sell side. And also take note, like when we broke to the downside, we were going up, possibly up, and then this is the part where the market changed character, and this fair value gap, boom, broke to the upside, felt it was induced. So I would pretty say this is the part where we have to protect. So this high, yeah, this high must be protected, right? This high must be protected. So in fact, I could reduce now this to target. Yeah, now my trade has changed now. You see. So again, we'll see how this thing plays up. But yeah, possibly that's a 129 trade that we might catch the upside until the market reverses. Then we tank with it, right? And when we're tanking with the market, we're tanking with it all the way until it touches this trend line again. So if we extend the trend line, it's like, yeah. So if ever we push, yeah, but when we come back to the trend line, that's when we take it. So let me just screenshot this. because I realized if when I don't do this right, it's hard like when I'm in the midst of trading, I could forget like my initial thoughts and I start doing the opposite just because the market I seeing different. But it's nice to have like a reference. So also insert something, yeah. Let me insert it below. So also insert another one for pound. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's supposed to be 10, 6, 7. And then here, put weekly. So I go weekly, daily, 4 hour. So this time frame is the 4 hour for the USD. So right there. Alright, so we put it right there, logged in, and then we go back here. Well, this for the pound, in fact. I mean for the, yeah, I put it for the wrong place. Supposed to come here, 4 hour. So I say the daily didn't change much, but yeah, so we won't put anything there. Didn't change much, and then need another section for comments, and then what panned out. And then we have after, like what happened after. Right, so this after would be, so this is like the whole before, and then we have the after, and then yeah, so we can see our trading, what's happening. So just depending on the lower time frame, because this is what I can see like an overview. This is what I should be doing. I should not be going against the trend in this situation, right? And yeah, we keep going bullish. So we can go to the 1 hour, reset that chart, and also you see where I said I wanted to buy. Possibly I'll be buying in these regions and put my stops just below there. You see, so that's like tightening my stop loss now. So I would wanna put like alerts right there. Right. So we have an alert right here. If price breaks through, so this is like the exact thing I was saying. You see how we've created a fair value gap here, and we haven't made a high above these highs. Right here. So we've got this like this thing happening right here, and there's a fair value gap below. So you would want to see price take out sell side that's resting below that fair value gap, so that it puts like an influx into the market to push to the buy side liquidity, because buy side right here, it's untouched. The buy side is clean. You see, buy side is clean until violation. You see, the buy side is clean until violation. So what we'd want to see is we would want to see the sell side get taken out first, and then that's a strong signal that the buy side is ready to be swept, right? And then, but I've seen like if you sweep buy side first before you have properly swept the sell side, then that could have a problem. But as you can see, yeah, if we're gonna, okay, it's just an hour in that hour time frame. Um, But to some extent, can you see where the low for the previous hour is? It's right there. So we have technically swept it up, but maybe we need another retest. Yeah, but that's a trade I'm looking at. So yeah, anything more than that is just now entries, like 30-minute time frame. It's just time frame, just entry. Yo, Friday the market moved, man. Friday the market moved. Let's check if this retracement was gonna make sense. Yeah, yeah, caught that move. So what I wanna do here is identify a swing structure so that we can possibly anticipate the reversal there. So let's identify where the leg started. Bathing, never heading. Okay, so yeah, over high, broken by this one, retraced, fed into it, and this high. So with this high, and that high was broken by which low? It was broken by this low right here. It pushed the upside, but the real low that caused it was this low right here. This retracement. So jump into the 15. How could you know? How could you know? How could you know? Yeah, so the same with the high, and this low is the one that caused this low right here. This is the last push to the upside that caused the change in that caused higher price movement. So you wanna consider this low as a key low, right? This low right here is a key low, this one. So what we do is then we map from that low to the next retracement, but I can see if it's like this, it's gonna be steep, but I think it's worth it. We might have like a price, because sometimes you'll be shocked, like in the way these things pan out. That never happened. So with that parallel section, pushing to the upside like that. So this is like a rate of change. We just want to see how quickly we're gonna cut through. Okay, so calls for some adjustment. Can see the adjustment is something like that. Yes, making sense there. Got touches there, but I should touch this one as well. Call it an outlier. Ah, no, this one is better. Right, so like in stats, when I did stats 3A, it was teaching me about like outliers and all that shit. So I didn't want to reference this point, but I think I rather reference the point. Yeah, so this is what we have. Possibly we might retrace down into this region and buy, because that's where we wanna buy when this leg is actually triggered. So we might take a short depending on the market structure, but yeah, we want to see the market shorting first, then go bullish. Right, so that's what's up for me, and that's my analysis. Right, if you don't know this one, then you're acting like a hoe. Acting like a hoe. Yeah, so I think my market analysis is now making sense now. Like I can call it. So I think doing this is actually very important, because now you can reflect on what worked and what happened, and then now you can just put it in your trading journal. Yeah, So this is like a 15. So that's USD JPY. Said and done. Blah. No one I'ma ride for you. Either way it goes. You tell me you love me, can't see I'm trying to climb. Acting like a bitch. Steady take a chance. How the fuck we gonna get rich? Alright, so now let's go to USD. Let's go to GBP USD. So GBP USD, this is what we're actually going for in the higher time frame. So screenshot this. You come and get us in. Where you go be? Miss Bruce Likely. So that's the weekly right there. Blah. So I've explained this. Go to the daily. So let's look for levels. So usually where I look for levels, I ignore like the whole colors. I just look for the opposite color. So can you see from this run down to this run up, we have one color that shifted, which is this bearish color right here. This bearish candlestick right here. So that bearish candlestick, this one, is a potential one because it's the one that drove price up. Because when the market makers were driving price up, they booked from this one. So that's the reference. So I'm gonna say if we're gonna short, we might short if we violate this retracement here, we'll be shorting to maybe come to these levels and come to this fair value gap and then push to the upside. So this is the low that I wanna mark off. I'm just playing, but I'll go draw controlling true shit. And then now we wanna make an alert right above these regions. In case if it happens, I would need to buy. And I'll say get ready to buy. And then if it comes back in this region, I should short it. If it comes back into this region, I should short it. Yeah, coming back into this region, I should be looking to short. Right. So I've created my alerts. I don't know if I created alerts for this one. Yeah, I did create an alert. And yeah, this one could buy as well. So I'd also just create an alert. I think my alerts are more now. See to buy. Alright, yeah, they actually put it. So we've put our orders there. So after this one, I just go into the. Let me screenshot this one again. Does anyone know this track? Let me play for your eyes only. Like, if you don't know for your eyes only, like, yeah, you should know it. Cause I don't know why. Cause it's one of those songs where when I once played for the album For Your Eyes Only, right? I didn't find value in it. Maybe because I was at a point where I wasn't grown, or I hadn't like become a man, right? And I still felt like I couldn't relate. But songs like She's Mine Part 1, She's Mine Part 2, View Mentality, bruh, those ones go in. Yeah, so just play For Your Eyes on. But let me start with She's Mine Part 1. Yeah, that's all the nice one. So let me go to, yeah, on the paste, daily paste, yeah. Then let's go to the 4 hour, reset this shit. Okay, right, so as we reset it, if we are gonna keep shorting along with the market, what it's doing, our selling, wanna be shorting, yeah, right along those spots. That's where we are gonna be targeting to go for buys. I mean, for shorts. Short here, let's say stops above high. The profit target could be here. So something like this. Right, so that's like the setup there. So let me screenshot that. So let me make it more. Right, so let's screenshot this thing. Before I screenshot it, on the 4 hour, you can clearly see like how the markets, you can say, took out. This was a low, but somehow the first change in character happened when we took out these highs right here. These highs, yeah, because this was the low, but we could say this one, of course, but it's not gonna be so. The one is that's considered as this one. I'll consider this one. So taking out this high, and this was the leg that took out the high. So we map from here to there. That's where our swing is coming from, our trend line. So we can call it from there to there. And also we want a 50% retracement. On a 50% retracement from here to there. So right about in this region here. This is where the retracement could happen. So I know that my retracements are always like dashed lines. That's my 50% level. Yeah. Right there. So this is where we might expect a reversal. So if it's like that, could we map this? This one is a bit meaningless. By the way, for the push the upside, you can map these ones. Yeah, so clearly the market is tired. The way I see it, the market is tired. Yeah, the market is tight, so actually pushing to the downside. So I would keep it 100 going down for this week. So keep that in mind. So now I take the screenshots. So from inside. So this was 4 hour. And let's see now the 1 hour. Then we go to the daily and we're done with the analysis. Alright, so from the 1 hour, you can clearly see we've closed this liquidity void and we have orders here. So we might retrace back up, take and then we short, like we're saying. So I think everything is clear there. Now we'll just patiently wait for our side to come, the market to come to our side, so that we can capitalize. And we'll see what the Asian session does in the morning, how it reacts. Yeah, but I think everything is clear right now because I can clearly see. So I have my bias and I have everything I want, so let's call it. So yeah, that's how I do it, guys. Sometimes this is like actually my first time actually trying to do it, but either way. So let me show you my 5,000 account. Alright, so let's go to client area. I mean, I'll play for your eyes only now. Yeah, when for your eyes only finishes, that's when I'm gonna end the stream, right? Yeah. So this is my account, 5,000 account. Alright, so yeah, we paused our phase 1, 5K account. We're currently on the phase 2, and I actually had done well last week, but then some greediness happened, but I'll work on that. So currently we just have to hit $250. Currently on 249 left. So yeah, I have to hit 250. I know I can get that, and then after that, I know I'm funded now. Just sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. So yeah, this is my came from drawdown, made it back. Kind of like went back, but it's okay. We'll get there. And trading day is profitable 2 out of 3. That's something that I really don't like, but I think it's necessary so that people don't like get fluke chances, right? But yeah, so our metrics so far took like 64 trades, profitable trades 27. Yeah, lost trades were a lot, and then my win rate is actually low, but we're gonna flip that very soon. But otherwise, that's the case with this account. And then also have the 20K account. Yeah, so there's a 20K account right now. So currently up right now, went back some drawdown. I was actually up 779, which was actually pretty good. And then came into drawdowns. My win rate is like 52, but win rate I'm not so worried about that. But otherwise, so that's my account, guys. I know for a fact that I won't blow these accounts. Oh, last thing we had to check was news. So let's go to Forex Factory. We just want to check the news. I know there's NFP this week, so the markets are gonna be moving crazy. Right. So Monday is clean sheet. There's no news. Tuesday, there's no news. There's just this Chinese, Swiss francs news. Not worried about that. And there's just USD. Not worried about that. Wednesday, there's no news. Yeah, Wednesday there's some Canadian news, USD news. And then Thursday, yeah, it's red folder as well. On Friday, that's when we have NFP. Yeah, so no, the week looks good, looks clean, not too heavily news congested. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'm actually hungry right now. I really would have loved to finish this song with you guys, but I have to go make some food. This thing of being a bachelor, it's not the one. But otherwise, I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys benefited. Follow me on my Instagram, guys. It's Dubex Industry. Let me just show you my channel right now. This is the YouTube. Yeah, please follow me on YouTube, guys. Follow my channel on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Dubex Industry. This is my YouTube channel, up 1.57k followers, but no viewers as yet. So you guys can tune in, and very soon I'll be creating like a Discord. I'll be creating a Discord and a separate private community for my subscribers, so that you guys can get like further analysis, or you can ask me questions, and I'll definitely reply. And also signals, yeah, because I'll be posting like signals on many trades I'll be taking, like an overview, like look out for this. I might not put like exact entry points because the way I trade, yeah, but definitely I can give you a trade where you could put a big enough stop loss, and then now you can cover your risk there and all that. But that's it for me, guys, and I really appreciate it. I think let me just play one more track. I think it's the track I wanna play is ish. Why not play? Yeah. Uh. Hmm. Anna, let me not spoil for your eyes. Hmm. 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 For your eyes. For your eyes, do you understand? 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 I think one thing I want to do in life, name, is to have a picture with J. Cole. Like, I think I'm gonna put it in my gallery. Like, it'll be there in my crib. Like, there. Like, I got a picture with the greatest ever, J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole, man. You know, that guy broke me like from worst parts of my life, bro. Like, I wish I discovered him like back in 2016 when I was going through it. But I'm still grateful. Mm, mm, mm. For your eyes, do you want? And all the children. Mm. 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 Eish. Eish. He loved you, my nigga. For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand? For your eyes, do you understand me? Yeah, guys. It's been your boy Dubex, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please go follow me on my Instagram, and I'm out. Cheers.